What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today. At Litecoin right now, we're sitting at $172.58. We're up about 4%. And I had 6 things that I want to go over with you today. We're going to talk about support, resistance, volume, time frames. We're going to work through a few other things that I want to share with you today as we look at Litecoin here. So if you get some from these Litecoin videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As always, there's scammers who try to impersonate me in the comments and stuff, guys. I'm never going to try to send you to a WhatsApp or anything like that. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Don't send your crypto coins to people you don't know on the internet. Okay, so let's dig into this. So first of all, what I want to point out here, we've been paying a lot of attention. We've been doing this naked trading and basically just looking at support, resistance area, price action, right? So what we had yesterday, we actually came down and we wicked down to about $153.27. That was our support area that was in. And guys, that's why I try to talk to you about technical analysis. Look how precise that was. Look at that wick. And that was a line that had been in there for several days. Okay, so that's how precise this stuff is. Now what we're trying to do is get volume out of here. And if we close today, this candle would be a bullish engulfing candle, but we would want to see it come on heavier volume. And this here, some people may say it's a hammer candle. Typically hammer candles, you want the wick to be about 2 to 3 times as long as what the body is here. So it's close, but it's not quite there in my opinion. We don't have a long enough wick. But pay attention to that if we do end up having that bullish engulfing candle and we can get this moving to the upside. If that is the case, the next overhead resistance area that we're going to need to deal with is $178.25. Then it'll be up to around, in my opinion, that $200, that round psychological number of $200. And what I've been asking people is, as we stepped back and we were looking at this trend, do you believe from March, when this all started and we went down to $25, do you believe that this is the top for Litecoin? And remember, we're going to have to pay attention to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's going to be the major driver. Even if Litecoin's setting up a beautiful chart pattern to the upside, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin dumps. Most likely Litecoin's going to go down with it. So be aware of that. But as we're looking at this, to me, this does not look unhealthy, unnatural like last time. If we take a look at the last bull market, you can see here, guys, how steep this last move was. We ended up going from $94 all the way up to almost $426. Okay, in my opinion, we have not had that yet. Because if we had something like that, and say it even went from here, we'd be talking almost about $1,000 Litecoin. If we had something like that that was similar and repeated in terms of percentage gains. You know, we could be anywhere, depends, it's blue sky breakouts, but we could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 very quickly. Okay, but we haven't had that yet. What we're trying to do is find this base, find this support where we're at right now. Do you see this? Trying to find a base so that we can go back up and make a higher high than what we previously got for Litecoin, which was around $250, right in that range. Now, what we need is volume, though. What I'm looking for is a bullish engulfing candle right here for Litecoin on above average volume while we're getting this stock cross to the upside, which we have not really confirmed the stock cross to the upside yet. So I want you to be aware of that. It's at 4 and 2, but we are in that oversold territory right now. If we throw on the RSI as well, take a look at this. The RSI is at 45, so we're not in those bought areas to where people are going, are we overbought? Like, do I not want this anymore because the RSI is up around 90 or it's up around 80? We're not at that area. We've actually cooled down very nicely from where we previously were at around 80. We got up to that. So that's why I said anything over 80 on the RSI, that's when you need to start paying attention to what's happening with the candlestick patterns. You can see up here, as we got this stock cross to the downside, we had negative divergence as well. As price was going up, the RSI was going down. And we had a bearish engulfing candle with a longer wick on the top at resistance. So that's what I try to do, guys. I try to factor in what's happening with the volume, what's happening with the stock, what's happening with the RSI, what's the candlestick pattern taking place, and what type of price action are we having. Price action, like we've talked about, is the king of the chart. And if we throw on the moving averages here, we're below our 20 EMA. And what we're trying to do is have a daily candle close today up above this 50 EMA, and that's going to be in pink. If you can see this moving average in pink here. So we're looking for a candle close up above that today. The 100 EMA is going to be at about $144. Then the 200 is going to be down around like 113, right in that range. So if we do end up getting another leg down, this is just a weak bounce, and we get another leg down, guys, really, we could probably end up around that 121 to 113, which I think would present beautiful buying opportunities, because in my opinion, I don't think the crypto bull market is done yet. I still think we may have some weeks and months to come, and that's just my opinion. Until I see us on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin trading below that 200 EMA and it's acting as overhead resistance, you know, that's when I believe we most likely will be entering the bear market, and we're nowhere near that right now. Okay, so if we take a look at this, I wanted to go back to the line graph for you, like we did in the last video. And if you liked me doing a line graph, let me know down below. And what have you been doing with Litecoin, guys? You've been trading it. What was your best buy that you ever had in Litecoin? The best buy that I ever had in Litecoin, I believe it was $29 or $31. Right in that range was the best buy that I ever had for Litecoin. So I'd love to hear your best buy as well. So let's take a look at the line graph here. And same deal, you know, even with this line graph, it's nothing that's going straight up like we previously had. You see how this was straight up before? We're not dealing with that right now. This is a much more healthy trend, in my opinion. We're still in that nice uptrend, still in that bull market. We're just trying to find that base like we did this last time after we had a correction. And this correction lasted quite a while. I believe it was over 20 days. Now, I want to show you something else. If we get into the technicals here for Litecoin, just to show you how sticky of a situation this is right now. For trading view here, on the 1 day, we have a 10 sell, 7 neutral, and a 9 buy. Oscillators 3 sell, 6 neutral, and a 2 buy. Moving averages 7 sell, 1 neutral, and a 7 buy. And also I wanted to let you guys know I have a link down low. You can do trading view for free. I use Pro just so I don't have commercials, and I can use a bunch of different indicators for us. But this is something, guys, I believe they still, even with the free version, you can look this stuff up. And what it'll do, it'll go through like the relative strength index. It's showing neutral because it's at 45. And you can kind of go through and see, okay, the stock's a buy, awesome oscillator is going to be a sell, momentum's a sell, MACD level is going to be a sell, bull bear power is going to be a buy, the rest is going to be neutral. And then what it also does for the moving averages, it breaks it down. So for the 10 and the 20, it's showing sell signals because we're trading below that, even to the 30, trading below that. So in the shorter term, we're in that short-term downtrend. Now in the longer term, here you can see, and this is from the 50, the 100, and the 200, it's all buys because we're trading up above those right now. And then we have volume weighted moving average, that's going to be a sell, and the whole moving average is going to be a buy. So I think this is really interesting. I always like to do my technical analysis, then I like to take a look at this before it impacts any of my technical analysis and see how close I am on things. And that's what I like to do for myself as well. But when we're looking at this, we're just trying to find this base, in my opinion, like we had back in this area, so we can get that next leg to the upside. And last time this happened, if we take a look at the price range, so the run we had after that was roughly about 105%. So now what I want to do, just to give us a little bit of an average here. So say this was the bottom that we found, and we go up 105%, right in that range, that could take us up to around about $330 if that repeats like it did last time for that leg up. Okay, that's if we have found the bottom here. But that's what I like to do. I'll go back and I'll measure this one then, and I'll see how long that is, and then you can even factor these waves in and kind of calculate where we may end up going once we get our bottom. And that can kind of give you a price target. And guys, that's why I wanted to make this channel, was to take people along with me. 3.5 years ago, I didn't know anything about technical analysis. I bought and sold stuff, you know, as a side hustle from Craigslist, like weight equipment and all that type of stuff. I'm a personal trainer and a specialist in fitness nutrition. So I would buy weights that people wanted to get out of their house real cheap, and then I'd resell them. And then all of a sudden I found out about cryptocurrency, and I'm seeing these massive gains. I was like, okay, I have to learn this stuff. And if you can learn technical analysis, it's going to put you in such a great spot for, you know, long-term trading. I mean, this is something that you can do from anywhere in the world now with internet connections. And if you're able to make a living with it, which someday I hope I can, you know, then you can be free and you won't have to, you know, report to someone else. You can be your own boss. But I believe it takes understanding this price action to be able to do that. And also, guys, you know, if you get some from this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, help other people find this channel as well. Okay, so that's what I wanted to bring to you today, guys. If you ever want to help this channel out, got my Litecoin address in there. I've had some people ask me about that. It's always appreciated, but never expected. And, you know, I'm just thankful for y'all being here with me today. So I hope you got some from this. God bless, take care, be patient, look at those lower levels, have a plan. Also, as well as those overhead resistance, guys, always have a plan. Take care.